really likes watching George for some reason.
Yeah, I have no idea why it gets stuck sometimes to one person.
Make sure that it's actually going. Just so I'm not crazy, there's no toggle or anything on the standings menu in the HUD, correct? Like it just shows whatever your... Like there's no relative option?
You mean like who is in front of you and who is behind you on
Yes.
track?
Yes.
No.
Maybe that's something
you have to get an external app for this, which I have shared many times, and I can share it again.
No, that's fine. I'm not gonna apply it. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything.
Don't you tapped on one of those things?
Hey Jerry, is that you behind me?
Yep.
Am I too slow for you?
By about 1.5 seconds.
Damn.
Ouch.
What?
Ouch.
You can't even come side by side, baby.
Shots fired.
Alright, pause here. I wanna check if I'm that slow.
No Rito for you?
Sorry, man, you gotta go hard on those brakes, man.
Use those tires up.
Use those tires, exactly.
Traffic jam out here.
Come on.
Jesus.
Where you going, George?
Pit lane.
Is that how you get on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh dear.
I have a question. There's two pit entrances. Can we use either one?
Who?
No, I think there's one pit entrance, and that is the one on the left before the last chicane.
Exactly.
Okay, because there is another entrance.
Yeah, I kind of got that one by accident too sometimes.
I think that is closed off. I mean, if you're talking about coming after the last corner, that's.
No, that's not it.
Oh.
Yeah, the one that is before the last chicane, before you come back on the oval, that's where you have to come off.
Where the big sign is that says box.
That would be the one.
Because there's the same
No, I
sign on the
don't-
other end.
Yep.
Being it like to be a smart ass. There's a sign there that says box.
That's a different spot.
Well, there's two signs, two entrances.
Where's the other entrance though? I mean,
He's talking about if you go
Before you-
through the green.
Just before you come onto the oval. As you turn left to go on the oval, just turn tighter and you'll go down the entrance.
That's not the entrance.
oh
Because it has like the green astroturf, you have to go over it, so.
yeah.
No, it's pavement.
I'll
Then
be
they're
there in a
home.
second.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Yeah, look, I haven't got there yet. But it's not the edge anyway.
Man, I totally forgot all the stupid stuff I put into the spotter bag. No. What a beautifully mown lawn out here.
Hey, it's Germany, man. They have to have their own.
Probably with laser precision. They probably used a laser.
I see. So that is.
Yeah, that
I'm
second
parked with one of
really tight entrance, just to come back on? No, that's not it.
Yeah. it's-
I parked my orange Audi at the first entrance, which I think is the right one.
Yeah.
No, that other one is for the oval.
Nope, I'm just checking.
Yeah, who is that that's checking?
I just looked.
John Mayer.
Hey, John Mayer. Okay,
I'm new to this.
Thanks, George.
I got my orange Audi parked at the, I think the proper pit entrance.
You did.
Yeah, know what the other one is.
I saw the other one. It's just before the oval. You make a very hard left, right?
Yeah, I just did it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's for the oval track layout.
Yeah, when you're coming down off
Yeah.
the ramp there. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the one that comes off the infield is the one we use.
Cool.
I guess I should
Where's
probably.
the speed limit? For the-
It starts right as you go on the pit road.
Yeah.
There's that
one
kind
every
of arch
crowd.
thing.
Okay,
You will see it says like 100 kilometers an hour there.
so you can go. Yeah, so for most of that, you can try to go quick. Okay.
Yeah, you can attempt it as much as you want all the way to that line. I don't recommend it, but you can.
So for
Probably-
those who are wondering about the pit entrance, I'm just sitting at it right now.
Again, efficiency. George, I think you got the only white car here.
Yeah.
Well, unless
There's
somebody
another
else
one. I
takes
think
it.
JT's driving it as well because I
Oh,
passed
yeah.
him thinking he was George. And I was wrong.
Are you going through the backstretch now, George?
Yeah. Yeah, JT is running with my name on it too.
He's a fan of the team.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess Chris Cox has a white car too. I love
So
that.
is anyone else in doubt about where the pit entrance is?
Negative.
Okay.
No, don't touch it. Damn, George.
What?
Wasn't that you just wiping out?
Nope.
Different George.
It's probably JT with my car.
A convenient stalking horse there for any errors. You can just look at each other. Hey guys, 2 minutes to the driver brief, so just be aware that at 9 o'clock, everyone in the pits, please.
Hey Matt, how long is the race tonight?
15 minutes?
No, was the race, is it a 60-minute race?
6-0, yep.
Thank you.
And yeah, I'll just go through all the bits and pieces in a minute or two. Alright, so guys, if I could just get everyone into the pits for the 5-minute driver brief, and then I'll switch us over to the qualifying. So welcome everybody to round 3 of the virtual DTM Championship here at NARS. It's really great to see you all, and nice crowd, and I'm pleased to welcome Chris Cox and John Mayer tonight to the race. And look, really glad to have you here, and hope you have a good time.
Yeah, I'm
So,
hoping to.
so 34, we got 19 of 34 registered, so that's really good. And the race is as we have before. We're just going through the brief now. At about 5 after, we'll go to queue, 15-minute queue, 10-minute warm-up, and then we're off to race. So pretty straightforward sort of schedule. Remember, 15 minutes for qualification. There's only the one class here, so everyone's out on the race. Just remember that if you restart from the pit and you get back on track, just to be careful of the drivers who are on hot laps. We've got a 60-minute race, variable weather, so just keep your eyes to that. And I see everyone's on Discord already. This is good. Just remember, and it sounds like everyone's good for either push to talk or voice activation that's set right, so we don't hear the random grunts and groans and the clicks and the screams and the other bits and pieces that sometimes come out. So good for you. Everyone, I think, is clear on Pro and AM classes. The Pro is no aids, traction control, and ABS on low for the AM is great. And as we had the discussion earlier on the series, auto blip is okay, and ARB adjust if you wish, though it's not really kosher by the DTM rules. I have no way of policing it, so fill your boots. Remember, starting procedure, even though we have a standing start in terms of the setup, it is a rolling start for us. We are going to do a full formation lap. And we start off with the pole sitter at the pit speed, which I think for this race is 100. So just keep a nice steady double file. And remember, as we go through some of the tighter parts, just do a little bit of a zipper through the chicane so that we keep our formation and don't cause ourselves any problems. Stay approximately 1 car length behind the car in front of you when you're in the double file. Keep the distance consistent, and no excessive weaving, sudden acceleration, or hard braking, please. We want to keep this nice and orderly. You can, of course, drag brakes, but keep your position and let's not cause ourselves too many difficulties. As folks will have noticed, there were a number of warnings sent out from the last race concerning the start. Make sure you know where the starting line is. You got that firmly in your mind. Acceleration may not start until you hit the start-finish line. Yes, that means the car ahead of you is going to get a slight jump. That's the way it is. But no acceleration, no passing prior, and of course the start line is the normal start-finish. There is a little bit of time added to the race time for us to do the formation lap, so it is a full 1-hour race. The orange zone for this race will be from the start-finish until T8, which is that carousel after the quick chicane coming off the oval for the first time. From there on, it's game on. So passing is permitted, and you are racing in the orange zone, but note that it's designed to keep a little bit of order in the process of getting the race started because we're all bunched up. And so if there are incidents in the O zone and you are judged to be at fault, heavier penalties will be assessed by the stewards than elsewhere. For those who have to serve the penalties, oh wait, I'm the only one with my hand up. Just recall that drive to, stop and go, and stop and hold penalties have to be served in the first 3 racing laps. And if it's a stop and hold, don't do it in your pit box. Do it at the end of pit lane just before starting out on the track. Do it on the slow lane, which if you look at the pit boxes, you've got 2 sort of lanes indicated. You do it on the lane that's closest to the pit boxes. Stop there out of the way of any of the pit boxes. Do your stop and hold and then carry on. Blue flags, or cyan, or what other color flag you want to lose for blue. Just a reminder that blue flags are advisory. It is telling the driver behind that faster cars are approaching, and they have to be aware of that. There is no requirement for getting out of the way, but they're not allowed to compete or block or otherwise impede the drivers behind. They are permitted to race their race, pick their line, but be aware of the fact that drivers behind are going to attempt passes and not obstruct that. Lapping car has the responsibility for making a clean pass, doing it properly. Both have the responsibility for good racing behavior, so please on both sides be patient and cooperate with each other a little bit as things are happening. Track limits, pretty straightforward. There are walls out there. Take care on the rejoins from the hairpins, and as a number of people already noticed, the grass in February in Germany is pretty slick. So watch what's going on. Remember, if you're out of control, you're spinning, fully lock your brakes until you're stopped, and you can make an assessment of how best to join the race. Push to pass is enabled. You've enabled that to your rear wing once per lap. There is 1 mandatory pit for tires whenever you wish. Refueling is not part of the game here, so make sure you start with enough fuel to finish the race. Remember your pit lane speed limiter, and there is no ghosting. The golden rule of racing is always applicable. If you cause an incident and you know you're at fault, return the position lost the driver you hit right away. If you think you have involved an incident, you want to put in a IR for it, just check the CMS general competition rules of how to put an incident review request in. And we've got an hour-long racing here. If you have a real problem and the car's not functioning well and you want to do a do-over, pull your network cable rather than hitting escape, because once you hit escape, the game's over. Okay, there will be several laps of effective penalty, and you don't get a redo on your damage. So if your engine's dead, it's dead. Last but not least, if in the next little while there's a RF2 assigned DQ to you before we start racing, I'm certainly able to un-DQ you. But once the race starts, if you're DQ'd, you're DQ'd. Make sure you serve your RF2 penalties as well. Any questions? Nothing heard. Nothing heard. Great. We'll do a pit box check during the warm-up just to make sure everyone's clear. While there's not a whole lot of racers, notice that RF2 just does tend to double up people in boxes. So we'll do a quick check. If there's no questions, I'll get us to the next session. We can get out and qualify.
We will run the entire warm-up, right? Matt?
Yes.
Okay.
Love you.
And there you go.
Good luck, all.
And I see that I put in 20 minutes for qualifying, so you've got 20 minutes, gents.
Is this a red flag up here?
I won't red
So-
flag people.
Oh shit.
Boss, is that you in the green and black?
Yeah.
Alright, you can come around.
What are you talking about? Okay. As you wish.
Black Proxy and the Orange don't. They're smoking real bad.
Sorry, Tom.
My fault. Didn't see you.
I went off track.
I don't have no spotter tonight, so kind of a pain in the neck.
Hey, everybody, that looked like it was a pretty good qualifying session. And Ahmed, congratulations to you for the top placing.
Thank you.
Oh, good job.
Very good lap.
Yeah, really impressive.
How
Yeah,
much
thanks.
cocaine do you need for that?
More than I got.
I just need to know.
Coca-Cola.
Well, I'm not that much surprised to Ahmed's lap versus Matt's lap. This is pro territory, Mr. Matt.
Yeah, well, you know that I self-destruct, so wait till the end of the lap. Okay, everybody, just if you would pull out and pull yourself into your box so that we could just check the pit boxes if there's any overlaps. And I see that there's only 5 minutes for the warm-up, so if we could be quickly, please. I thought I put it in 10, it's gone to 5, so...
I think we might be all right here.
Yeah, everyone's in their box? Anyone not in their box yet?
Like it's okay to me.
Alright, I see one person moving, but that must have been clear. I'll say, great, thanks very much, guys. Go off and do some warm-up, and we'll get ready for the race.
Fastest ever. Nice.
Yeah, that's great.
Got a bit dark out here.
Rain. Oh no.
Ah!
Raining.
Hey, George, you still here?
Oh no.
Wow, it's coming down too. Check that out. Oh man. I don't think George is still here.
Started raining.
It'll stop as soon as George comes back.
Mark must be back.
Seems like only raining on half the track.
Just where George is. Not.
It's definitely raining. It wet the train.
Oh, there's a rainbow out here.
So note to self, wiper button is not neutral button.
It's a good note. Whew. Quick warm up. Oh no. Ha! Jimmy.
No, Jimmy, but they're working on a patch to fix that.
Going the wrong way. I'm in my stop.
The two drivers I do know, Jason and Ross. Have a good one.
Thank you. You
Have
too.
a good one, guys. Make sure you've got your race fuel loaded and you're ready to go.
Flat.
I went to the bathroom for 1 minute flat.
I know, that's what we were wondering.
You guys are trolling me. That was not great.
See, there was.
Sorry.
Guys, well, everyone have a good race. Remember to keep the chatter down to a minimum basically for emergencies. Recall we do have a formation lap, so a slow roll off from the grid, and the pole sitter will keep us at a nice even tempo. Remember where the start finish line is so that we get a great start.
Hey, Paul, what color is your car?
Orange, just like everybody else.
Okay, thanks.
Ahmed, it's the start finish, not the orange zone.
I'm sorry?
It's the start finish, not the orange zone.
So where is the start finish?
On the start finish, it's a full formation lap.
There's a start
Alright,
on the
okay.
right.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Started it.
And it's a double file start, remember guys, double file.
So just to be clear, at the start finish line itself.
Yes, it's the start line.
Okay, okay.
That was fun.
Remember you took off is the start of the orange, is the finish of the orange zone.
Easy turn one, guys.
Yep. All right, have a good race. Let's keep it good through the orange zone, guys.
Back out of one. Oh, Jason.
Take the inside.
couldn't tell which one was supposed to be slowed down there. It's all good.
Go ahead, left, George.
Thanks, Tony.
exit of turn 1 on left. Careful.
They can't say you didn't go for it, Brian.
Somebody there.
Man, I was praying for that checkered flag.
Yeah, me too. I ran out of fuel.
Yeah, I had 0.4 left.
Ah, so close. If I didn't make that mistake. Oh, it was a good run, Jason.
I got the wrong rate in quali and I didn't do the math right, so
Format was
Same.
okay. Yep. Good win, JT.
Thanks. I think cars are still running though, guys.
No, we're done.
I'm done.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun, Brian.
That was the last car.
And I thought I had to give you room on the inside because the last time I took the inside on you, you kind of nudged me around. So I figured I'd give you enough room, and I forgot there was grass out there.
Yeah,
God,
that
was
turn
fun.
one sucks.
Big time.
Same for everybody, I guess.
Yeah.
That was a blast, man. Thanks, Norm. I enjoyed that.
Tom D and Paul, that was some fun. Different times in the race.
I might have ran with JT, but I messed up a couple of times.
And I love these cars. They're a blast.
So you realized
Yeah, you can throw them around pretty good.
you guys have you feel that these cars are super sensitive in brake bias changes? Because like I had it at 54, I think, in the front, and it was just locking up, and it was just terrible
Shit.
after a while. But then I put it down to 53 in the front, and it was just fine. I could
Oh,
do
man.
run 41s.
I changed my brake bias twice a lap, 3 times a lap.
Are you serious? That bad?
Well, yeah, just different corners. I got a button, 2 buttons right here on the
Yeah,
wheel,
yeah, me
up
too,
and
but-
down.
But I don't like doing that because it's just too much involvement. I don't.
Well,
like
I had it fucked up at the start, and then I followed Ahmed right off the damn track.
I left mine at 47.
In the front?
Yeah.
All right. We're not ever doing an endurance race together. That's well, I guess you
because
can.
it was
Yeah,
I
you
went
can
50-50 because it was locking up on the front.
Exactly. I'm very sensitive with front brakes, and I tend to abuse them more than others. And I do a lot of trail braking, so I have
Yeah.
to come back quite a bit.
When it was you, John, and me and you at the front, you were locking your front tires up bad.
Yeah, but not.
Yeah,
as
but I was
me,
able to go on the outside and turn one.
Not as hard as me, JT. But the difference here is that I think I had wrong first and second gear for those S's on the first sector, and then my wing was too high, I think. So it was just a bad setup on a bad.
It can also be your diff as well. There's quite a few variables that all add up to it.
Yeah.
I just ran the same thing I ran the last time. It worked pretty good.
It would be fine if I had changed a little bit the brake bias, but other than that, that was pretty close to where I ran. Yeah. In Norris Ring, I had a blast. It was good, but this one is a little tougher.
Well, I tell you what, these mirrors, the first 2 races, first race I couldn't see nothing, and then so I changed it to 65 for the last race, and it got me and Hibbs got wrecked because of it. And in this race, I put it back to default, and it was working beautiful. Weird.
Well, I have noticed one thing, that if you change your seating too much and you go further forward, the mirrors get messed up. So
it
you
inverts
better-
it.
Yep.
Yeah. So make sure you just change your FOV instead of just making it all the way forward. I think 1 or 2 clicks on FOV, it's gonna solve you that problem.
Night, guys. Good race.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun,
Enjoyed it.
guys.
Enjoyed it, everybody.
We'll see you next week.
I
Yep.
could see it this time really well. But last week, Hibbs was chasing me down the front stretch, and I could see his headlights and daylight between us, and then we wrecked. So, according to my replay, I drove right in the side of him.
Hey, Jerry. I'm sorry for boning you in the back there coming into the corner. I just couldn't get used to the folks where they were braking because I was braking much later.
Because of the ABS.
Yeah.
It helps
That's
a
fine.
lot.
No, that
I saw
that
it.
was fun, man.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, it's ABS low, so it's not that much.
Oh, it is. It's just all you need, I think.
Kind of makes a difference.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to dispute that, but
The cars are so sensitive to brake bias. Like a car should not change from So in my first stint, the first 30 minutes, I ended up with 35% on the front. And the only change I did for my second stint was I put the brake bias one degree back.
What?
from 54, I put them to 53.
Yeah, see,
Okay.
I was running 52.
And I was just and I ran with 60% at the end of tires, so it was just great. So they're just very sensitive on the braking stuff. So if you just have that one click of ABS, you're gonna be golden, because it seems that once you start rubbing off or locking that or sliding that tire, it just becomes marshmallow after that.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm at 52.
What are you calling a marshmallow?
The tire.
Brake
Likely
pads.
excuse.
The tire.
Hey, it was good racing there with you, Ross, but they didn't have anything for the. It was just.
You certainly had something for my door.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you two gave me a lot of fun.
You were very aggressive on turn 1, Matt. I understood why, because you were so much faster and you wanted to just get it done with, because you know that if I had you behind there, you wouldn't be eligible to make it. The problem was that I figured out that DRS, you could have actually used it in like 3 places.
Mm.
And in my second lap, which I was close, I only used it in 1. And so
Because you're an honest and God-fearing and upright individual.
Oh, we're
Well,
supposed to.
sometimes.
We're supposed
I
to
only
use
use
it one.
it on the front.
Yeah,
straight.
only supposed to use it once, Stuart.
Once a lap, George.
Oh, okay.
I thought that
Well-
was your rule, George.
That was my rule.
Oh.
Well,
That's what I kinda
it
said once
wasn't-
a lap.
It wasn't the case though, because I know I had people behind me, and I was seeing them in those short straights. The delta was just massively decreasing, which
I will go and remind people again when we go to the next race that it's only once a lap, so pick your place. And I think I did actually say it, once a lap, but I'll do it again just to re-emphasize
Yeah,
it.
Anyway,
it
it
might
was-
just be
Yeah.
they came off the corner much, because I noticed I was even with Matt and through the first 2 sectors, but coming out of that last turn, I had so much understeer I just couldn't keep up, and it wasn't DRS. It was just he could put the power down so much sooner than I could. So by the end of the straight, you're up like 10 kilometers an hour. So
I mean, I would have been fine again, as I said, that if I knew what at least the brake bias, I had a little bit different gearing, I think I would have given you guys a run, because nobody outbraked me on that track. I could outbrake every single one of them. I think even I had who was it, that Ahmed, right? That he spun 3 times.
Yeah, he spun right in front of me, I thought, and he bounced hard. I thought, that's the end of Ahmed. And he came back like, where did he come from?
Yeah. So he couldn't pass me on any braking zone. The only way was like you had to just tucked in behind me to the point of bumping. I think Ross was doing it very well. Just love tapping at the last corner, so you just have perfectly DRS. Just immediately you pull out. Yeah. So.
I'd appreciate that.
What's that?
I thought you'd appreciate that.
Yeah. I
Little
knew
love
that.
tap.
That was how I would do it too, because the car in front of you was basically out braking you in every single braking zone, and it was stable. So you had to go in on the accelerator because you could put the power down faster than I could. And with DRS, you had to do it at the beginning of the straight. Once you come in, the start-finish line, you were side by side. It was no way that I could hold you on that braking on the turn 1.
So
But
it
yeah,
helps
it
when
was-
you don't destroy your tires.
No, I told you it was just I feel like it was a brake bias on the first corner, because the second one I was keeping up with. Okay, maybe not so much with you. I think you were still faster, about 0.5 seconds. But at least I could have fixed that if I knew it. But after that, it was pretty boring race for me. It's like driving a car that is just terrible, right? Like you don't have a good car. It's like I was feeling like Leclerc driving like the shitty Ferrari last year. It was just
So there's a home waiting for you. You'll feel there. You'll know. You'll be one with them.
right. Yeah. it
Well,
was
you
great,
opened
man.
yourself up for that, my friend.
Well, I mean,
You know,
it was
but
one
I
of
will. I don't know that it's so much DRS. I think Jerry is got a good piece of it. Is that I found that playing with the setup to get the car to come around, and so the power could come down. The DRS is not that big an effect, but if you can get the car moving more quickly, you get a jump, and it's almost like having DRS right there.
If it turns.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If you can get the car to turn and get it around, so you get the power down. Like, what wing were you running?
Oh, that was my problem. I think 16.
That's what I was running.
Really?
Yep.
16 or
Yeah, it's not so much the wing; it's just how you get the diff and the setup to put the power down early. So,
And that's what it is. You know, 16 helps me do that.
I was running wing 12, and Matt was blowing by me on the straight because he could put down the power so much sooner coming out of that last chicane.
I don't think it's still the power. I think it's still because coming out of corners, I was okay. It was just in the corner exit, like in the apex, between the apex and the corner exit, just that I had the issue because I could not turn.
That's the point. And what Jerry's saying is that when I got by him, I just powered away from in the corners. I wasn't getting DRS. I was getting the power down more quickly and could accelerate. He couldn't do it.
I think the difference is tire wear. Front tire wear here.
Well, for you, George, yeah, because your tires are gone after 3 laps.
It was 7 before they were bad.
Oh,
okay?
man.
Okay.
In the first stint. The second stint, it was okay.
Well, I was down to 80 by the end of the second stint, and I was 80 at the end of the first stint.
You freaking kidding me right now?
Would I lie to you, my friend? It was in the 80s.
Well, you might.
My second stint, which I considered very well, was down to 60, the front left. And the first stint, that was very bad, it was down to 35.
I was starting to feel a little puckered the second stint because I was really eating up the tires a lot faster than I thought I was going to.
80%?
Yeah.
Tires fresh at 80%.
Like I did 80% the first stint with more fuel. You know, and I was going through the tires as
but
fast.
I bet it's also it's not just the percentage; it's also how much heat you're putting through them.
Well, that's what I mean. I was pushing. I must have been pushing a lot harder because I was going through them quite quickly.
You know, Matt, we can share a car, and you can do it. No, I can tell you this is fun. This is funny. We can share a car, and you can take one stint. You can do one stint, and I can take your tires, and they would be fresh to me.
Yep. Oh,
And
I know.
I can do half a stint, and you will not be eligible to go 2 laps with my tires. So it's the way you just.
I will not dispute you on that in one way at all. Not at all.
So when I do endurance races, the driving style has to change depending on the driver that I'm with. To do that. Which is usually like, you run just a little bit slower to just maintain your tires and stuff because it's an endurance race, so you don't really need to be pushing every lap. And it's a little bit chill, a little bit calmer. And the other guy is happy, so makes less mistakes that way too.
Huh.
I feel so.
Huh. That is interesting.
So
I just George.
You have to deal with it too. I mean, another thing is usually when you do generally in endurance racing you try to have the same guy on the same tires. So when you change drivers, you usually change tires. But there are some cases where you take a second or a third stint on used tires. If that was the case, I was doing the second stint because I can use worn tires and run them. I don't think a lot of people could. Not after the abuse that they've gone through, because the balance of the car changes, right? So the balance of the car is inherently very front biased for me, and a lot of people don't like that. So then the car drives very differently. It's going to be certainly interesting in VWC when we're going to do the driver swaps. Yeah, so the good thing is that James really likes my setup. So That's good. He wants a little bit the brake bias more to the rear, but that's good because you can change it in car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But that's great.
Oh, made in heaven.
Huh.
As
We'll
long as he
see.
doesn't have to take the second stint when you do the first stint on the same tires.
Hey, the Ferrari FXX, I'm better on those tires because the car is driving like a Porsche. The whole weight is at the back, so it only consumes rear tires, and I don't use my rear tires. So it was the first time I had a record with that car. I put my rear tires at 72%. I was so happy and so scared too. I've never done that before in a car. So
What? Not burn out the tires?
have the rears drop less than 88% or 86 or something, and I managed to drop them, I think, to 78. What was your rear tire wear?
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. I ended up destroying my tires on Jerry before I could look.
Matt?
90, I think.
Not bad.
Yeah, mine were
I'd have to
probably.
go and check.
I want to say they might have been in the 80s, like the upper mid 80s.
Oh,
The
you
last
were
time.
80s, the rears?
I think so. Yeah.
Jesus. What's yours, Jerry?
It was in the rears were in the 80s. Front was 65. I had a really understeer, a terrible understeer. Once the tires wore down about 80, so
Yeah, that's about where it becomes pretty bad. But rears at 80?
it was like 83 or 84, something like that. Yeah.
I definitely need to balance that car a bit because 35 in the front and 94 in the rear is not good.
No.
Definitely imbalanced. Very much imbalanced. Yeah, Nordstring wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty good. I could have gone more than 40 minutes on one set. Here I was waiting till the timer hit 30.
Yeah, it was about 90 in the back and 80 in the front. Were my tires.
Good mullet.
Yeah, and in the previous it was, yeah, about the same. About the same for the first stint.
Well, a good time.
Quick question, guys. What fuel level were you guys running at? You know, like you can.
All out, yeah.
Yeah, I had full, and that would surprise me. How much fuel did you have left, George?
Like I had for about 6 minutes, 5 minutes. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Because someone was saying they were just about out. I went, really? Holy
Well,
crap!
they didn't feel it.
I guess.
Just didn't-
Oh God.
What's that, John? We can't hear you. You gotta come closer to the mic.
Running setting at 2.3 instead of 2.7, so I was short of fuel right off the start.
2.3.
Ah.
What is 2.3?
So I had to fuel back to level 3. Yep.
Oh,
Wow.
but then you put level 3, but then you put like half the tank or something? You're very, very far. We can't hear you.
I had 17 liters left.
With 6 and full tank, right?
Yeah. Well, I was driving 6. I put it down to 5 for a while, then put it back to 6.
What did you start with?
Full tank.
There we go.
Like how much fuel?
118 liters.
Oh, the full tank. Sorry. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, full tank and full beans on the engine. That's what I used. Probably not good necessarily, I think, but it worked very nice in Norris rain. But I don't know.
Well, the temperatures are, the track temps are cool, so you're not in that much danger of blowing the engine, right?
Well,
Yeah, the radiator makes makes a nice adjustment. You get a lot of temperature change just one click on the radiator.
Well, yeah, a lot. Huh. So John blew an engine at P2, huh?
He blew an engine.
Yeah.
Is that what happened to him?
Yeah, from fourth to third.
whoops.
All right, I'll be.
Okay, well, I'm going to say goodnight, guys. Thanks. Bye for now.
Thank you,
Hi,
John.
John.
Fun having you around.
Yeah, it was good racing, John.
Big snowstorm coming through this weekend, guys.
Uh,
Everywhere.
big snowstorm there has been going on since February 1st. We haven't
Because
been
you're in Michigan.
well, I guess above 32 since
I-
February 1st.
I'm talking the whole country. It's gonna even be snowing down in Houston.
Oh, did you see the when they had the Circuit of the Americas, the plower going through there?
Yeah.
That was fun.
It was a nice 71 degrees today. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Almost thought about wearing shorts this morning. So
I'm
nice.
still wearing shorts too, but that's because I'm inside.
Hey.
Enjoy,
Shorts
enjoy
on
your
30.
Huh?
enjoy your snow.
Yeah, Florida also. Don was telling me that it was like 80 there.
Beautiful up there.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate this shit. So I hope that eventually I move out here. It's just... No, I mean it's beautiful to see the snow and all that stuff. But I mean, if it is working from home, as we do it right now, that's gonna be great. That's the way I will. I love snow. I have like finished out all my supplies of hot chocolate because there's nothing better to do than taking a break, watching snow fall in beautiful outside in the couch with the hot chocolate. That's like the dream. But I don't want to get anywhere near it, touching it. So, and then these guys are telling you that, yeah, man, let's go out, have some fun, and work. You know, that's what the general, before the coronavirus thing, just basically you had to go to work and all that stuff. Like, these guys are freaking nuts. There is like 3 feet of snow outside, and they're still going to work. Ugh.
Yeah.
Hey, it is the way.
No, this is not the way for me, and I don't think I need to be living this way.
It is a beautiful thing. There's nothing like going out in the snow and going off and doing stuff.
No, I'm not a big fan of winter sports. I'm not a big fan of skiing, snowboarding, going out and walking in the snow, shoveling, all that stuff, or mountain trekking, or all that stuff. No, thank you. It's nothing to do with the cold. I like the cold. Actually, that's the reason why I like Chicago a lot, because it's cold, but because it's to the west of the lake, it doesn't snow. I just hate the snow. It's just terrible. It kills nature. It is dirty. It covers things. It doesn't clean
It
it like.
renews nature. It is clean and crisp
Nope.
and wonderful. It's a wonderland.
It covers everything under it. It kills all the plants. It
Hibernate.
well,
They hibernate. They don't die. They hibernate.
Renews life.
is
Fun to run in.
They need it.
Good on the joints.
terrible.
Much better workout.
You're talking about going and running in the snow?
Yeah, I'm usually. I went running last weekend. I'll probably go running this weekend when it's like
You're dumb,
whatever the.
insane, Ross.
I'm so what?
You're dumb insane. I would never do that in the snow. I mean,
It's
it's
time to go.
one time for the experience. I did it when I was in Maryland and there was snow. I went out and ran because I thought that was a cool thing to do. You know?
It is a cool thing to do.
Yeah, I did it once, and then I say, okay, that's dumb now. All right, we did it. Just yeah, it's just one thing to do it and say like, oh, let's run in the snow. It's just super cool because like it was so much snow and all that stuff. And then we had, I don't remember, Ross, were you affected by the snowmageddon there when it was 2016 or no, was it 2015
Well,
when it
we're
hit 40 inches in like the northeast?
we being right south of, like, on the shore of Lake Erie, we get the lake effect snow, so
Oh,
like
so
that
you
happens
went,
every year.
so you went out from the second
Every year is Snowmageddon.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We
Yeah.
actually had Goomba running with us, and we kind of pushed him ahead so he could make a little trail that we could run in.
So in that case, I remember the snow was up to halfway through the door, like at height. And so of course it was everything. It was a one weekend that this whole thing happened, like Saturday, Sunday, and then of course we're talking about Monday was like working from home and all that stuff. It was like state of emergencies, like 10 states in the Northeast. But come Sunday morning, you had snow everywhere, and then you had to at least clean some shit out. So I was thinking like, oh man, it's gonna be so awesome to dig out my car. So because it was completely covered, and I found it an amazing experience to do once. Just go out and dig out your car and just shovel and all that stuff. And then after 3 hours later, after I did it, so like, all right, that was dumb. All right, never do that again. It's just one of those things you do for the experience, and after that, you don't ever want to do it again.
Yeah, digging out the driveway in the car is probably my least favorite thing.
It was so nippy this morning when I got in the car, I turned on the seat warmers.
I love it. Nice, Jerry.
Was it like a frigid 26C?
Yeah,
Around
it was
there?
about 65 Fahrenheit. So I was like, I better turn on the seat warmers.
Oh yeah.
A little too cold.
Yeah, too cold. That's like my brother too. When he goes back there, eventually, that's his goal.
Some chill.
No, definitely I'm not gonna be. Hopefully, I'm not gonna be Northeast or Midwest or anything just above the North Carolina height. I don't want to be there.
Well, you know what they say: if you go where you want to live and find a job there that you like,
Man, in
that's the rule.
So Italy.
In my case, I want to go somewhere where I will go
Run
wherever
Ferrari.
the job that I want is. Yeah. But the good thing is that any racing team, Matt, is located conveniently in states that it doesn't snow a lot. Guess why?
I have many options that I could detail, but I'll be kind and not do so.
It's just mainly because they just don't because you want to run the cars more, so you can do like a little bit of testing on your own proving grounds.
So when you go ice racing, obviously that doesn't apply.
Yeah, it doesn't help. Also, the temperatures are very. Even if you do run like a couple of laps to see just basically your temperatures and your heating and all that stuff, it's so cold that all your data is trash essentially.
Funny because they actually get really good grip ice racing, but like you see it represented in any kind of video game or something, they make them slide all over the place because it's like, oh, it's ice.
Yeah, so that must be difficult and slidey. No, it's not.
Yeah, you have giant studs.
That's a different form of racing, though, rallying and all that stuff.
Well, the ice racing, they'll run a bunch of people same track.
Oh yeah, you're talking about like the what do they call them, the duels essentially. You just
Well, they have those, but they've got fairly sizable grids.
Interesting. I mean,
don't
rally
get
would
too
be
huge.
cool too, but it's not. I would not select it myself. Like if it says like, hey, what do you want to apply to or do something? That would not be my thing.
Really surprised that electric hasn't like just totally taken over rally at this point. I feel like that's like the pinnacle sport for
See,
electric.
I feel like electric hasn't actually made the ground in racing that we thought, and especially with hydrogen, the hydrogen car in at Le Mans. I think that we're moving faster towards a full hydrogen conversion than just having a period of electric and then just a period of hydrogen. So
Yeah, it'll be full electric.
you think that we're gonna have full electric before full hydrogen?
Yeah.
Well, it's currently not happening, Ross.
Well, neither one's really happening because nobody really wants to spend the money on it. Even though that's where everybody's going with all the manufacturers are going with their vehicles. Like, yeah, we're gonna be electric.
I think that's because racing it doesn't have the appeal that it used to have. Right? You were
No banana.
Yeah, you were selling cars back then. It was great advertisement. It was good thing. It was like saying the 24 hours of Le Mans you won or Formula One championship. Big deal. No one fucking cares right now anymore. It's like, oh, this is real good. I know you care. I mean, you were just.
Well, look at all the people who watched the Daytona, the Rolex.
That's because we are all strapped inside. We have nothing to do, and there's nothing on TV. It was the only major sporting event that we could see. Cars going around. That's it. And that's why the Super Bowl was also highly watched, and that's because, like, I don't know even what's the what's the
Buccaneers.
The Daytona 500, which is gonna be this weekend. It's gonna be I assume one of the biggest audiences. Dude, even the Speed Week at NASCAR is having like major uptick on viewership.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, but that's it. People just don't have anything to do, so they just do watch whatever.
I wish I didn't have to do.
Yeah. yeah. Well, I agree.
I could get so much more done.
I agree, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the deal, and I don't think that racing is something that interests manufacturers to sell because nobody gives a shit. The young generation, they prefer to have an app in their phone that has Audi on it, and just it's like a real Racing 3 game that they move on their phone, or and the future of that is going into a nice Audi luxurious autonomous vehicle that takes them from point A to point B through an app. So that's where the industry is going. This is what we're studying, what we're doing in university. This is basically what the future is.
And drone racing. Don't forget about drone racing.
Yeah,
Don't forget about drone racing.
Yeah, drone racing is just like the hobbyist geeky guys that they want to do something different. But I'm talking about as manufacturers or OEMs.
I think you're dismissing them a little too quickly, George.
The droners.
Well, yeah, because before too long, you're gonna have drones taking people and packages all over the place.
Yeah. But
people in packages.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like that the drone is not like the mainstream commodity. You're not gonna be buying a drone to have like as what you had the car in the 60s. But you will be you will be using the commodity of like I'm taking this nice autonomous car to take me from like my house to like the convention center or something. So software is basically where all the money is in OEMs. That's basically all we do right now. The hardware versus software distribution in the companies, in the automotive companies now is 1 to 3. So this is what you're selling essentially. I mean, why do you think that Apple and Google and all those companies are going to autonomous cars? Right? Not because they care about making a car, because of all the software capabilities and the data they can collect about you.
That's what ISI did.
Who?
ISI, where they're focusing all of their research and development.
Which ISI?
G Motor 2.
Oh, you're talking about what they're I think they're actually working professionally with rFactor Pro now. I don't think they're doing autonomous vehicle software.
Oh, it's environmental stuff for testing autonomous vehicles.
Really?
Yeah.
Where is that? How did you learn
Jeez,
about
you're gonna make me find it again.
Yes, please. That's very cool. That tells you something, right? One of the best companies in physics engine development, when they drop that car, because who gives a shit about that stuff? This, you know.
Well, I mean, they still do rFactor Pro because there's.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like when their major resources, their bread and butter now, or like the new flashy thing, is not racing.
All right, guys. Good night.
See you, Jerry.
Hey,
Good night, Jerry.
It was a good time battling you. I look forward to doing it in the future.
Yep.
Hey, since you're here, before you go, just one thing: is the NARS mod the DTM? Is that sorry, the DTM crap, the GT1?
Mhm.
Are you guys happy with those, or is it pretty much good to go?
I'm okay with it. Yeah, I mean they're fun.
Yeah, I think so.
I was racing the AI, and you can rub fenders and doors, and they don't go spinning off into the gravel. Should have some pretty fun close racing with them.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's going to work out well.
I think so too. I'm really excited. V12s.
Mm-hmm.
Have you turned the lights on them, Jerry? Because Don told me that he's gonna test that, but he hasn't done it.
Yeah, lights work on them. Tail lights and headlights.
Yep.
Yeah, all the basics work. They're pretty good. The dashboards are kind of ugly, and there's no rev lights, but yeah, the Motec works.
Rev light is your ear.
Yeah, I know. All right, that was fun, Matt. See you guys next time.
Yeah. Take care, man.
Here you go, George. Sent you the tweet.
No shit.
Funny enough, that one's actually on their RF Pro side.
No fucking way. This is like some of the stuff we do in CarSim for like developing, like environmental parameters, right? Try to vehicle to environment communication, and then the other one is vehicle to vehicle communication.
Mm-hmm.
This is amazing.
RF Pro, they released Melbourne.
Melbourne what?
It's actually like that's hilarious. I think I'm gonna follow RF Pro. Just like to see what's happening in that engine.
Jesus, is Toyota now? Motors Europe is using rFactor Pro? God damn it. How many people are...
What am I looking at here?
What's that?
I'm just looking at the what did you just show?
What did I show?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Like
sent
where
it
it's
to
supposed to-
George.
Oh, it's sent to George. Okay.
Yeah.
Just go to rFactor Pro tweets and it's there.
Oh. ISI, October 29th, 2018. We have rFactor 75% off.
Yay.
Wow.
Hey, look at that. Digital RC delivery trucks drift battle.
Jesus.
UPS, FedEx, IPS models. Cool.
Look at this shit. Are you reading this? Like, I mean, the tweeting page, and they're
Of?
using MATLAB and R Factor Pro. They're using MATLAB and Simulink embedded system controls for MATLAB 2. You know, basically vehicle AI testing. So essentially, is basically what they're doing: model in the loop, software in the loop simulations.
Mhm.
With their own control. Oh my god, this is what I'm doing at the university and something at work. This is so cool. This is man, it's just sad that ISI went to. I understand why they went to develop that, but you know, R Factor 2 was just that engine that they have is just so great. It's just so good. I recently heard a Jeff Gordon Gordon interview that he was talking about his 24 hours of Daytona experience, and he said he used R Factor 2 for practicing.
Huh.
Yeah. So it seems that's what they have been using. It's crazy though, right? I mean, like all these drivers are using or playing with R Factor 2, yet iRacing, you just hear the name of it blasting all over the place. And then R Factor 2, even when they had the virtual amount, it was just never mentioned.
They've got the money to throw at things, and they've got NASCAR backing. That's where they've always focused it.
No. I'm fine with, you know, if these guys are just you know, saying the you know the iRacing team is just selling and making all those commercials. I'm talking about the guys that they're the broadcasters and the people that they're there when they're talking about it. Just naturally, they only throw the iRacing word, or they never use R Factor 2.
Yeah.
Naturally, I'm saying. So
Yeah. Then you've also got Dale Earnhardt Jr. in there, who's like, you know, he's on the with the chair or something of the whole thing, and people follow his word like gospel. So
yeah, but I'm talking about people that they are unrelated to him, man.
yeah, doesn't matter. He's still a big guy and a big
He's
name
the
in
man.
sports.
What I'm saying
Auto racing.
is that you say you take like Lee Diffie and like all those NBC American commentators,
Mhm.
and they go in and they were doing an IndyCar series, for example, right? They
Mhm.
were throwing iRacing, that word, at least 20 times in the broadcast. And then you had the equivalent of that being like the Legends Racing, or for, you know, where you had Alonso and Vettel and all those guys, or you had the 24 Hours of Le Mans, where you had, you know, Jackie X, you had like Alan McNish, you had like even Lena Gate, you had like Tom Christensen talking. Not a single one of them through
Mhm.
R Factor 2.
Yeah.
Why is that? That's my, you know, out of curiosity. I don't think that iRacing is just paying Diffie to just say the word at least 20 times. They do?
Eh, you never know. I mean, when you're tied up with NASCAR, I mean, anything's possible.
And AMSA too, but
And it, well, yeah, it's all basically the same anymore.
I mean, I didn't know how much money is involved there. I mean, like, it seems that you're talking about a lot of money.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, when you're charging $10 a month for every subscription, and you've got a lot of freaking subscriptions plus all the content and everything else. I mean,
wow. Okay. So it's a
plus
lot of...
sponsorship deals and partnerships and everything else. I mean, come into a lot of cash to throw at things.
Wait a minute. It's not AMSA or NASCAR paying iRacing, right? It's iRacing paying them to get it.
They would pay them for the licensing to be able to use the likenesses and everything within the sim. However, iRacing can turn around and charge for different events, and they can charge for sponsorships that get held on those events and everything. So that pays for those licenses and royalties.
So this, for example, the 24 hours of Daytona that Matt did and won.
Hmm.
Like somebody paid for that event.
If that one was sponsored, I
Matt, what was the sponsor?
really watch much of it.
Pardon me?
The 24 hours of Daytona that you did, who sponsored it?
They sponsored it?
I mean, it was called something, right, or not? It was not just.
I don't think it was called anything.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Interesting.
I don't think there was anybody but the race to it. Now you're asking me questions. God, I hate that.
I was just out of
Yeah.
curiosity.
I hate that. Questions. God damn it. Hang on a sec. Let me just have a look.
I'm an inquisitive person.